Yo, I got my man Meldeshaun with me. What's up, yo?
My dog, what it do, bro?
Facts. So we're gonna jump right into the interview. We ain't even gonna cut it because I know you be on the move. You gotta go. You be traveling. So we're gonna go ahead and get right to it.
All right.
So first thing I want to ask you for the people who don't know, what's the reason for your name, Meldeshaun? Where does that come from?
Really, it's a root for my first name, which is Jamaal, and then Deshaun, just the middle name. So I just put it together, really, and then I just put it on my Instagram tag.
So is that what you go by as an artist too, right?
I ain't know.
Artist, real estate. Do you use that as your branding?
So that part right there really hard because when I first made a song, I had 6 different rap names. So my first 6 songs, they was all different rap names, trying to figure out what name I really wanted. And that's 2017, 18, 19. I would just make a song and I would change the name. So.
So would you consider yourself a rapper or a social media personality? That's what I really gonna ask because we see you on social media you posting, you get into it. So what would you consider yourself?
I don't really care for rapping though. I really just do it when somebody make me mad. You make me mad, I'm probably gonna make a song. I really don't think I ever made a song without disrespecting somebody.
So you're a diss artist.
I'm gonna say what I gotta say up there, and if people take it as diss, and then it's just what it is. That's really what it is, though. So I don't really be tripping too much over it. But I don't really care to be no artist. It's just more so, again, like therapy. It beat having to do something else. So you just put it in a song type thing.
Okay. So what made you start wanting to do music anyway? What's your motivation behind that?
I really ain't got no motivation behind music, though. I just feel like, depending on most Black people, if you growing up, I feel like everybody kind of want to do a song at some point. No matter if you feel like you're a good artist or anything like that, I feel like everybody just want to make a song. And I was just in the studio with 2 of my homeboys one day or whatever, and they were just making songs, but I would take them to the studio. So that's I was like, okay, let me just make a song. The first song I made, I think actually it's on SoundCloud. That's one of my biggest songs.
We're gonna pin that in the comments.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest songs.
What's the name of it?
Fuck a Hook.
Fuck a Hook.
Yeah, because when I was first rapping,
you remember how it go?
I don't. But I would if I heard it, I could be able to remember it. But I don't even remember how I started off. I just know that I started the song off, and my homeboy Chris, the kid, he ended up doing the second part of it. He was he was rocking with it, so he just got up there and did the second part. So that's how I made that first song. But it's still out on SoundCloud.
Okay, so let me ask you this on another topic, right? Well, same thing, music industry. Do you think the music industry is oversaturated?
I feel again, it kind of date back to what I was saying. Everybody kind of want to try it more so. And I feel nowadays with hip hop and the social media outlets you get, somebody will make a song and that song might just blow or it might get some type of attention and it motivate people to do something else. So as far as it being oversaturated, I think that it's still a good thing because a lot of people can make more money nowadays than what it was back then. Back then, a lot of people rapping, it wouldn't be accepted. But a lot of people are changing their lives nowadays. So I'm not against it. Yeah, I'm not against it, though.
But do you think it's too many rappers?
It's definitely too many, though. It's definitely too many.
Okay, well, let me ask you this on that same topic. Do you think there's an age limit to rap? I mean, I'm actually shooting a documentary, or I have shot a mini documentary about artists being too old to rap. And is it a thing? What do you believe?
No, I don't. I know that people want to believe that, but it's because now again, more people they want to. You look at 2 Chainz for an example. He is somebody in his 30s before he got his limelight. It's other people again who's coming out in their 30s and they're now starting to get some type of attention. So it's kind of if that's really your dream and you actually have talent, you probably still shouldn't give up on it because again, nowadays it's a lot easier to be discovered. So I don't think...
How many years do you think, okay, so what about a person who put in 15, 20 years, still no success? Do they still continue to follow their dream?
Keep going.
So you believe in it all the way, keep
going. It's kind of again, we're real estate. It's kind of if you talk to 99 people and 99 people tell you no, and then you talk to the next one and he just made you $100,000, why the hell would you stop?
Right.
You get what I mean? So you go to the club every weekend, you talk to every bad bitch you see, and you don't get nowhere. And then one lucky night, she just texts you while she drunk, whatever. Pull up. Simple as that. So all it takes is, that one time sometime. Like, so yeah, I don't be feeling like if you really got your mind into something, you already put this much time in it, why give up? You in a marriage. You dating 15, 20, why you gonna stop now? So that's the way I look at it. I don't really think you put no age in that though. I don't think so.
So you think there's no age limit?
I don't think there's no age limit and nothing worse than succeeding. If it's your dream, that's what you really want to do. And you see a bright future in it, you see some money in it, and yeah. You see Charlie Wilson was still making There Goes My Baby at 55, 60 years old. People were still making hits then.
True.
So yeah, I don't think that age matter, bro. Keep going.
Okay. So I think we're going to go ahead and get into the portion of the interview that I think everybody, you're here for right now. Everybody's going to be fast forwarding to this portion of the interview. We're going to go ahead and get to it because I know we got a lot to discuss in this portion.
Yeah.
So some may call you a troll. Some may say you just speak your mind. What's your response to that?
Both. And the reason I say both is because I could leave from out of this interview right now, and if somebody made me mad 3 years ago and I listen to a song that triggered me, I might go and talk about you right now on social media. Like, so you know how they be like, it ain't no expiration on get back?
Right.
If I'm mad at you 8 years from now, I'm still mad at you, nigga. I'm gonna refresh your memory.
So it never stops.
Nah, hell nah.
The beef goes on and on.
Yeah. I think this the thing with a lot of people, and I'm gonna use some artists as an example. I feel like people are so forgiving that when you forgive, you let your guard down. Mm-hmm. So when you look at a lot of these rappers who getting killed, y'all look at it like they clout chasing. Mo3 knew Yellow Beezy. You know what I mean? NBA Youngboy knew G Money. Like King Von knew FBG Duck. So it's just like y'all had like a history. So I just don't think everything should be just taken so lightly. And I feel like everybody feel like you should be kumbaya. Everybody should be tight again. You knew what you said. You just didn't expect the reaction behind it. And that's what got us here. So that's why I feel that way. So it's a lot of people right now that I do not talk to. And I don't plan on talking to you ever again. So when you watching this, just know.
So you don't believe in making up, or you don't believe in people make mistakes?
Yeah, I do. And I also believe that you should pay for those mistakes.
So that's the payment to you. Is I don't.
Correct.
I don't
if it's any harm, anything like else outside of that, other stuff is gonna happen, and I would just prevent that by me not talking to you. So if you don't want other things to happen, just be able to agree with me not dealing with you. And I think that's a big thing right there. Where a lot of people they don't like the fact that I can walk away. Whether you're a woman, a man, they don't like the fact that I can walk away. So since I can walk away, it makes them like, okay, now I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. So you antagonize, you beg for a reaction. You got it. So that's kind of how I feel about that. But yeah, I don't be letting
okay. Well, I'm gonna hit you with a curveball right here. Well, what about your family? You got a lot of family. You got grandmas, aunts, and I've seen you diss so many of your family members, right?
I love it.
And I've seen you even go as far as say, I hate some of my family members. Who are those family members that you are talking to? And we want to know, well, you even got to tell us who you're talking to.
I don't mind.
Okay, well,
tell us who
you're talking about, and then explain to us why would you go blankly to say that? Especially because I'm sure you have cousins
correct
that have the same grandma,
right?
Brothers, sisters have the same grandma. Do they feel that type of way?
So my thing of it is like, I really don't be caring how everybody else feel though, because they not feeling what I'm feeling though. So I don't fuck with my grandma. I don't fuck with my granddad. I don't fuck with my cousin, Adrian Davis to be exact. That's his government name. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. You get what I mean? Like, we're not going to make this anything else outside of what it is. Right. You know, if you react basically to anything that I've done it because of something else that happened to me. Everybody wants to look at it like I'm nitpicking and stuff like that. I got the proof. I got 2 phones. It's been like this for 5 years. You're antagonizing me. You get what I mean?
So give us an example. Like what
I'm glad you said that.
What would they do to make you go as far to say, you know, fuck them, man. I hate them. I wish they would die. And there's a lot of posts I've seen that's just crazy.
I love it. So I'm glad you said that again. So for the people that's looking at this interview, let's just use people like, y'all all seen Precious, of course. Y'all sided with Precious because y'all seen the way Monique treated Precious in that movie with no problem. You was on Precious' side. Eminem made Cleaning Out of My Closet. You never met Eminem, Mom. Immediately, let's give Eminem billions of dollars. You sided with him. Gypsy Rose put a hit out on her mom last year and went viral on TikTok. Y'all gave her clap for it. What's different from me explaining my story? I don't need a badge. I don't want a badge behind what I'm saying. Like, do I got to be verified? Like, do I got to be famous? Because if I was famous, nobody would care so much. So if I'm saying this about these people, this is an ongoing feeling. So I tried to, keep it neutral, but they did what they did, and these are my reactions. Simple as that. So, yeah, that's why I feel the way I feel.
So, I mean, before we got here, if you don't mind me talking about some information that happened before we even got on to the interview, while we was waiting on setting up and getting the crew together or whatever like that, you know, you ran into a situation with your baby mom's sister
right.
and your grandma and situations like
right.
that. Like, is it an ongoing situation with your family where you feel is the need that they're antagonizing you all the time, or is it just something that is it one situation that was huge that you just couldn't take it no more?
I think they just don't like me. You never had a reason not to like me, you know? When you grow up getting your ass beat for no reason, you're not getting treated fairly. You see chores on the kitchen refrigerator or whatever, and they'll put other people's names up there, but you're enforced to do those chores and stuff like that. So when you grow up under these type of things and everybody don't see it for what it is, basically, because we're in the year 2024, but it's just sad that people was already wearing a mask way before COVID. This ain't just start happening 4 years ago. This is a long going thing. So even when you date back to the baby mama and the sister thing or whatever, it's just like, if I hear that you say something like about me, most of the time I don't address it. But when you start saying things in the nature of like kids and stuff like that, you have to understand that people will eventually say something like, so that's kind of what that is. So it's not more so like it's something new or more so like an ongoing thing. It's just like, it's annoying. And it's been like this my whole life. And this is what I had to deal with my whole life. Like having to try to stay on the right path when there's so many people throwing rocks, but they hide in their hand. Every time you throw a rock at me, you hide your hand. What I mean by hiding your hand is you getting around people and you telling them something totally different than what you know you saying about me. You get what I mean? Like, so I don't like stuff like that, bro. So that's why it's a problem. But it ain't no ongoing feud with me because I'm going to say exactly what the hell I got to say. It's simple as that.
Do you think there's any coming back from that? Do you think there's...
Nah, I think that...
So your beef with people out in the real world and people in your family are no different. You just the same. You just solid all the way around.
If it's something like really, that's the thing though. So it's really like I'm sparing them in a way because it's like if this was something else, like publicly like a problem or whatever, I've been known for like seeing people, and if I got a problem with you, we handle the situation right then and there. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't really understand why people are mad at me for voicing my opinion on my family because it really could go a different way. You know what I mean? So I think that my therapy is me talking about them in my music. Why? Because they're talking about me in a negative way to other people, blocking my networking. Like you're blocking my network. So when you do stuff like that, I'm not able to defend myself. So when you asked the question earlier and was like, well, how do you think your other family feel whenever you're saying these things about their relatives? That's somebody else, grandma as well, that's in your family. I don't give a fuck. Why don't you put them in a place when they speak negative on me? You don't. So why in the hell you think I'm going to care about how you feel? They can sit over here and talk buku shit about a nigga and y'all don't say nothing. But then when I say something, you're like, man, you need to chill. That's your grandma. Like, huh? You crazy. I'm not.
So it's just a hate relationship. Has it always been like that?
I never liked these niggas, ever. Like, I never liked these niggas. Like, I never liked them. I never got older and was like, I'm going to do like something amazing for them. Fuck them. I don't like them. I never liked them. Like, they can go through something traumatic right now. It's like, damn, they did. Fuck them. Simple as that. Like, there's nothing that's going to change. Like, once my mind is made up, y'all treated me this way for so long. I'm not about to, oh, now I'm older, let me be the bigger person. Why do y'all always want the person reacting to be the bigger person? These motherfuckers 60 to 70, 80 years old. Why the fuck can't they be the bigger person? They don't get no bigger than that. But it makes sense, though, because they always be like, good die young. So these niggas gonna keep living. Yeah, it's simple with me, so. Yeah, but fuck them.
So what does your family say about you? Like when you do say all these things and you make these posts, like what about your siblings? You have a lot of brothers and sisters.
15.
15. Wow.
15. I don't even talk to I don't be talking to all my brothers and sisters either. It's a few of them, fuck them too. Shit, like, if you ain't with what I'm with, or whatever the case may be, or we have a disagreement, allow us to have a disagreement. Once you start saying this other crazy ass shit and stuff like that, you being held accountable. Like, it's simple as that. You felt that way. So stay your broke ass over there. You ain't making more money than me, fuck nigga.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Is
there anybody right now that you feel like that you wanted to apologize to?
Hell no, man. I ain't. The thing with the apology is like, I don't mind apologizing if I'm wrong. It's more so like, I'll try to keep shit neutral. I'll try to be peaceful. And that's why, again, I won't say nothing. But when you try to keep quiet for as long as you can, and then you say something, that's when everybody like, what the fuck? Kind of like Cat Williams, for an example. He wasn't saying nothing. Everybody was saying something about him. So the moment he unleashed on everybody, he goes viral. The same shit Cat Williams was saying in that chair, I've been saying it my whole life. But you got to have a blue badge to say this shit for niggas to repost it. So, yeah.
So you think, okay.
Yeah. Cat Williams was saying a lot of the same shit that I was, for an example, he said, you can't let, what he said? He said, I'm about to remember this quote too. He said that you can't narrate my story about you. And everybody reposted it and loved it. I'm like, what the fuck? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. But I forgot it. Again, you gotta have a blue badge though. Everybody is fascinated with celebrities. Everybody. So it don't matter. Jay-Z can start beefing with his mama right now. They can be like, Jay-Z mama dead wrong. Why would she treat him like that? Because it's Jay-Z. Lil Wayne say fuck his dad and be like, his dad did something to him. This is Lil Wayne we're talking about. Weezy F fucking baby. So if you have a name, it's how it is every time. This shit just annoying, bro. Like, I don't get it.
Okay. So
shit annoying.
Speaking on trolls and, speaking your mind and how you feel about that. How do you feel about the news with Kasuan J and
fucking clown? He's just a fucking goofy clown. Yeah, I don't condone it. But I said this out to the public though, so it ain't like, damn, he sneak dissing me on the interview. No, nigga, I at you. Like, that's just clown behavior, bro. Like, you sitting over here, there's people out here who really missing you sitting over here faking for attention.
Do you think it was real or do you think it was a hoax?
I think it was real stupid. The whole plot, the plan, stupid. Failed miserably. You don't even want to talk now. Nigga don't even post. You think the boy got shadow banned. So yeah, it's just lame shit. So before a nigga say I'm hating, I go in my archives and me reposting shit before. Full of support. But when you doing shit like that, bro, come on. Like, there's people right now on Facebook in our city that really got missing people that they cannot find. So it's just like, why would you do that? Like, yeah, that's just some shit you do not do.
So, okay. We'll leave that one there. We'll leave it there.
Yeah. It's just, but again, I ain't got no problem with him though, man. Like, if you see it, you want to say something or whatever shit, just hit me. On social media, don't never get deleted. Don't got to worry about me going missing if you got to type anything, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what artists do you like in the city? Who are some of the artists that you are rocking with from the area, from your city, or just period that you know?
So are we talking city or are we talking the state of North Carolina?
Well, let's start with city and then you can branch off to the North Carolina. Like, who you messing with in the area where you from?
We don't really got many like rappers though, so it's kind of really hard for me to say, but my boy DP, I've always fucked with DP though. So way before the situation or whatever had transpired where he had a food fight in the hotel and somebody ended up losing, me and him was already, cool. So I don't know if anybody else really like dropping too much music. So we got him, we got Boss Man T.O., I mess with him. You got Super, I mess with him. Dean Smith. It's just a decent amount of people that I grew up around. So of course I'm gonna listen to their music because they already got a story that I probably got a glimpse of. But that's just, again, for like Jacksonville. Like, I really don't, know too many other artists in the city.
Well, what about North Carolina in general? Like, who Who are the artists that you like in North Carolina?
So North Carolina, this a little bit easier. So I definitely like the baby, of course. Stunner, Tuesday, everybody who really came out from North Carolina and put on, I definitely, rock with they sound. So I don't really got nothing negative to say on behalf of them.
Well, what about the people that people wouldn't necessarily know? Like the people that should get the recognition but don't.
You still got people like DP. You still got Little Malik. You got Clap Curry. You got Block Rich Fendi. You still got Vito. It's different. And I feel like North Carolina really do got a lot of like decent talent or whatever the case may be, but a lot of the talent don't always come from these niggas putting out negative songs, but everybody feeding the negative songs. Some of these people can really make like pain music and stuff like that. And I just don't feel like they get the recognition. And I don't even know their names off the top of my head. I just see them on like the blogs or whatever. Double tap it, leave a fire emoji, and just leave it at that. But it is a lot of talent, from our city well, not our city, but our state. But I just don't think that, they'll get out there. But it's a decent amount of them I rock with.
A good amount of people that you like. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so speaking of music, right? Let's talk about the 051 and the Chicago connections that you have. We see that you have a lot of things that you do with Kiddo, 051 Kiddo. How did you end up getting connected to the Chicago drill scene as a person all the way from North Carolina?
So I actually got a blood brother who is actually in Chicago. Like his mom is from the Cabrini Greens Project. So he's just a part of a different side. But before Kiddo came home, I was already like cool with drilling them. Like I already, just talked to him here and there or whatever the case may be and stuff. But when Kiddo came home, it was like the connection was stronger because it's like everybody always be like, y'all like twins and stuff. No matter where we go, they be like, y'all like twins. And we really went like everywhere we wanted to with like no problem. And it's just been like really love. So if I'm there, I'm basically with them. I don't really do all the hippity hopping and stuff like that. You get somewhere and you be the fuck still. So, just sad. Like when it come down to a lot of people, I wish they would know a different side of people because it's like the stuff that you hear about people, that's not necessarily like true. So, a lot of these people got a whole different like personality. So when I'm with these people, it's like everybody feel like they know what's going on, but you don't really know.
So what is something that you can give us that coming from, North Carolina to the Chicago drill scene, especially with the 051 Young Money, right?
Correct.
What would you say is something that, you got from them or took away from them that the people don't normally see, like the positive side of them?
They all funny as hell. Real shit. Like they all funny. They all got their way of like handling like they own scenarios. And what I mean is they all like more of a team. Like they actually talk to each other about what type of things they can do like business wise. They got a lot of shit that be going on that people just don't see. And you're not going to see it until it's time to be seen. So they just show, like a different side of what, other people may see. And I think the relation and the correlation is because it's the same with me back in, Jacksonville. It's like I'm the most hated there. Like everybody always single me out to say something negative. So when you get around other people where it's like people feel the same way, it's like it's easy to adapt because they also don't fuck with nobody. The same with me. Like I don't be around these for no name, no fame or nothing. I don't really give a fuck what people got going on. So yeah, it's just like a easy connection though. It ain't really like no big thing for us.
I see you've been killing it in the real estate game. Who introduced you to the game?
Shoot, man, it was 2017. I had like a little cold or whatever the case may be. So I woke up in the middle of the night. But before I woke up in the middle of the night, I was looking at ways to build my credit in 2017. When I woke up, the real estate thing was there. And I'm like, what the hell? My boy Maul was, just telling me about this, like, probably like a week or 2 weeks ago. He ain't really did much in it. But I just hit him the next day, like, this the type of real estate you talking about? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, where you say the meetings was at? He was like, they at Logan's. So I just started going to Logan's. And this is 2017, though. So this is years ago. I just started going to Logan's. And my image and stuff like that. I'm going in there with a bunch of like white people. So I'm going there just taking notes though. I'm like, when the next appointment, bro? Like when the next time they gonna be there? Like he tell me, I'll just go again. So after a while, it really wasn't like no weird faces. It's like, okay, this boy's serious. Like he gonna keep coming back. So I ended up, being introduced at that time, but I never took action outside of me taking notes and getting business cards. So 2017 was when I was introduced to it. And that's basically how it came about.
Is there any more people that helped you along the way to get to the point that you're at now of making thousands and thousands of dollars?
So over time, again, it come down to like networking. So the lady that I get the most credit to outside of this is Miss Tammy. She's based out of like New Bern, North Carolina. And she's doing, very well for herself as well too. She has like 14 rental properties, and she also, of course, still does the lane of real estate that I do. So me and her this year, we probably already made over $70,000 together this year. And this is July. You know what I mean? Like this is the beginning of July. So we already made that just in real estate alone. And we still have other things going on. So that kind of like reminds me of how people always got something negative to say about me. I done made more money than you have in your own city. So how could you possibly hate me? You need to come talk to me.
I feel that. Well, how can you give my viewers game on how to get started in the real estate?
I ain't gonna give them no game. They gotta sign up like I did. Right now, it's a course going on with me. It's 1,000. That's what it is. It's non-negotiable. I don't really care to go back and forth. That's just what it is. I got another person who's a mentor of me now. I'm in his class. His class costs $8,000. So that class I signed up for April 24th. I told my friend Sabrina, she was like, "You really gonna spend that much money?" I said, "I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna make it back." She said, "You saying it so nonchalant." So from April the 24th up until now, I already made that money back. So I'm not gonna give anybody any game because everybody always say they want to get into this, they want to get into that. Well, get into it and talk to me when you get into it. I'm not gonna be just giving out free game no more and stuff like that because people are not knowledgeable of it. They don't really care. It's just like they see it, they hear it, go through one ear and out the other. So yeah, free game ain't done. You want free game, you go to fucking Tim Balsam shit down there in Charlotte.
Well, I feel that. I mean, you gotta make your money.
Right.
You can't give everything away for free.
Right.
But if you had to give them a start, where would you tell them that they needed to start from? Like, what would be if somebody's coming to you, one of your little cousins, one of the people that you really rock with?
So if I really rock with you, then I rock with you. So that's kind of different though. Like I definitely point you in the right direction and I won't lead you off and I won't gatekeep. But it's only so much information that I can give you because when you're taking my time away from me, you're taking my money away from me. When you're taking my money away from me, you're taking money from my kids. So it's only so much that I can help. But I can give you hints and winks and, et cetera. And if you want to, team up or something like that, we can definitely do that. But as far as me like sitting down one-on-one for free and stuff like that, when I advertised that I was doing free real estate classes, nobody said anything but Joseph Malero. And the reason I'm saying his government name is because I trained him for free. And he learned the rest of it basically like on his own to make some money. I think he made $18,000 within 1 month off of 2 real estate deals. So that's when I was teaching for free. I done made way more money since then. So why would I still be teaching for free? That's why I'm like, my time is money. It's valuable.
Okay. So is there any more people that you got that you train that has made a lot of money, or is that the only guy? Like, is there a lot more people do you plan on making that a future career of yours, is training people into the real estate, or are you more in it for yourself?
Definitely in it for myself. I'm a selfish motherfucker. Like, I ain't about to sit over and lie to you. So, and the reason I say I'm selfish is because everybody wants you to sit over here and do shit for them because it's beneficial for them. I'm getting older. Like, what am I left with? If I keep looking out for everybody else, what am I left with? And the part of this business and the things that I'm doing, you must have discipline. So that's why I ain't even wearing my chain. Like, you got to cut a lot of shit out when you're trying to get further in life. You get what I mean? Like, it's just some shit you just can't do no more. So I can't be so here. That's draining me. Don't nobody check on me. So nah, I can't be doing all that.
I feel it. So let me ask you this. What are the pros and cons of being an agent versus an investor in the real estate?
That's really a good question. So damn good, I can't answer for an agent. But for an investor, if we do a deal, we get to keep all of our money basically. So whatever it is for an agent, I didn't go to real estate school under an agent, so I don't want to be voicing anything up under theirs. But as an investor, I think it is a little bit more legwork sometimes, and it's I don't know if I could say it's harder or not because again I don't know their side too much, but I feel like it's more beneficial for me to be an investor. So that's kind of why I choose the investor side.
Right. So you would much rather be an investor over an agent.
Correct. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't think
Is it harder? Is it harder? Like, what's the more consistent? If you had to rate it, do you have any friends that are real estate agents?
Yeah, I got friends that's real estate agents. I got friends that's real estate brokers and stuff like that. But the thing with real estate is you can still utilize it though. So when a lot of people ask me about real estate, they be like, "Where you get your real estate license at?" And I tell them I don't. They be like, "How you doing real estate?" And I'm like, it's like a lot bigger than, what it may seem like, if that makes sense. Like you can do, it's different like bingo. You can, and me, I wholesale, hotel, buy it, fix it, flip it, subject to owner finance, novation. Like I'm that educated now. I'm moving a lot further.
Which has been more beneficial for you?
It really just depends on the house. But I think when I first started, again, with Jamaal, we was doing, more so like wholesaling. So it was a lot easier on that behalf because I didn't really have so much pressure upon myself at the time. So I did, but I didn't. The reason I say that I did is because I was doing more so acquisition, just strictly acquisition, locking it up, doing this, having to actually be the only one on the phone. But when it comes down to why it wasn't, it's because I also didn't have to pay for everything that came with the business. So it definitely, have its pros and cons and its ups and downs, just like any other business.
Right. So I noticed that you keep mentioning Jamaal since we've been in the interview a couple times. When we talk about real estate, I know you had a few losses in the past. How's your mental health? How you holding up after those losses? And if you could give us a little bit to what Jamaal Parker, right? Jamaal Parker meant to the city of Jacksonville and to you.
Well, shoot, for the city of Jacksonville, I think that funeral was super packed. So I think that really speaks for itself. I think it was a lot more, that was bigger than basketball. That I think that even if you didn't know Jamaal, you knew like good stuff of him, if that makes sense. So I feel like that's why the city more so like was a big thing. But Maul, shoot, me and Maul known each other since we was like 6, 7 years old though. We was in elementary school together. So this something from like back in like the day or whatever the case may be. So when this whole, thing going on like with the health and stuff like that, even before then, because a lot of people don't know, he had cancer before, but he ended up beating it. So even before then, we were still, like super tight at the time or whatever. So, time go on or whatever, everything wasn't like the same. So we wasn't as tight within like the midst of it coming back the second time. But when we end up, getting cool again, because we did end up, talking again and stuff like that before he passed, it wasn't like it was, any love lost or nothing like that. But that definitely was like, damn, like somebody you grew up with and it just happened like that. It ain't like it's, no violence. You can't go get no get back or nothing like that, So it's like health. So I just tried to use it more as like, again, for a lot of other people, if I see them doing something like out of the way health-wise, I kind of, want to say something. But me personally, I never smoked no weed a day in my life. I never tried it. No cigarette, no hookah, none of that. Like vape, black, I've never tried it. And I probably drink liquor maybe 2 times a year because I'm always driving. So I don't really have them type of like health setback type things, but it's still an eye-opening to see somebody so close to you around your same like age have that type of like health issue. So it was definitely like shocking though. And I just talked to him that Monday or that Tuesday. That Monday, I think I had talked to him. And then like that Thursday, like 5 something in the morning, I think that's what Mark told me. I was like, damn. So yeah, that shit, it just all happened too fast. I was like, fuck. But I still made it, to the funeral, the repast, all that stuff, wake, all that.
Yeah. I mean, so many young people out here dying, man. Overdoses. A lot of young people on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, especially in our age group. How did you find yourself to, stick away from? No, you never smoking weed, you never really been an alcoholic, especially with the type of crowd you surround yourself around. Even though you surround yourself around a lot of different people, it seems like you would hang out with anybody. but you do hang around a good portion of street guys, street niggas, whatever you would like to call them. How did you keep yourself away from all of that in the midst of it being in your face?
I think I'm more so used to it now at this point, though. So what people don't know is like, my mom was in prison at a point when I was growing up. My dad was in prison. Like, my dad in prison right now. Like, so I think that's his third strike. So this stuff been going on though. I've been 7 years old and the FBI break down the door and they coming in with guns to your face, like lasers and stuff like that. So I'm seeing this stuff at 7, 8 years old. I done been picked up by the U.S. Marshals. Most of the time if I get pulled over, matter of fact, I just got pulled over on the way here. Like, so this is nothing new to me though. Like most of the time when I get pulled, I'm gonna get searched, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's more so you just having to be older to have this type of discipline. I never grew up with no love. Like, so when people ask stuff about like the grandparents and shit like that, ask them why they ain't show me no fucking love, fuck niggas. You know what I mean? Like, let's start there. So when people get older, people always want to be like, you need a therapist and shit like that. How can you say in the same breath, I need a therapist, but you don't feel like my parents or my grandparents have anything to do with that?
Right.
Remember, I ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? So remember that. So how could I need a therapist for stuff that they didn't do? Why would I need a therapist? You get what I mean? So it's like the proof is in the pudding with a lot of this shit. But it was just a hell like growing up. In high school, senior year and stuff like that. No, junior year I had already left. I was staying from house to house. I stayed at my baby mama house, homegirl house. Like I was literally staying from house to house. Walking to school. My daughter graduated, she walking when I'm walking. I was there when she was born. Like, so it's a lot of stuff. I was a parent before I was an adult. So I was always like 10 steps ahead. Even when you go back to elementary school in Dreadnought, I was already doing Lyft and DoorDash. Like, what the hell? I would put the pegs on the back of the bike, tell my sister, we going down the road. Down the road in Dreadnought is Food Line, Family Dollar, Cure Drug, McDonald's. If I tell them at Michi and them at the bottom of Dreadnought, I'm going to McDonald's, tell me what they want, give me the money. I come back down, they tell me I can keep the change. That's $5. I'm only 7, 8 years old, nigga. Like, that's money to me. The Lyft, my sister on the back, that's the Lyft. DoorDash, I'm coming back, dropping the groceries off, dropping the food off. I've been had my own hustle. I never had to sell drugs. Like, I don't care for it. So when people voicing their opinion on me, just know it's a broke ass opinion. Some people gotta make sure that people understand that these are broke opinions. Like they're broke. Why would you expect somebody broke to say something good about a rich nigga? And I ain't even saying that I'm the rich one, but it's just like, you broke. So I can have $100 in my pocket. I'm gonna look rich to you. You broke. So I don't expect my family and them to be saying good things about me. Y'all put this target on my back. Y'all did this black sheep shit and it didn't work. Fuck niggas, look at me. You niggas mad. You bitch ass niggas. So yeah, that's about it though. So yeah, it's just a trial of, error. But yeah, I keep my mind on straight, bro. I'm my own person. I'm disciplined. I don't need no bullshit from nobody saying, well, you can do this, you can do that. I already knew I could do it. I don't gotta sell drugs. I don't gotta do none of that shit. I already got my mind on right. If I'm doing and making this money legal, I don't care if I was around a street nigga or not. If I'm already doing good in the right lane, I have no reason to go into the wrong lane and start doing illegal shit. You being ignorant. You trying to fit in. I beat the cycle. I beat this shit. And that's why a lot of like people that's in the family, they still hate me. Because you didn't project this. You did everything you could to stop it. I prevailed. Yeah, I prevailed on this. before you start judging them or saying this or saying that. Like, you don't know the person, so how can you really sit over here and like go away with it?